We've made it this far, sir.
I can make them out now. The Admis ring in the Gaius Tower.
Makes me sick. Look at them, acting like they own the place.
Act 2, get back in formation.
We finally made it to the capital. Let's blast those lace-ass bastards out.
Wait! I'm getting readings from the missile cannon. Just been shut down.
Even without the MBSRs, the meson cannon is extremely powerful. Stay sharp up there.
Casualties to the Allied forces will be displayed on your MPG. We won't have the manpower to take the capital if casualties are too high. Try to keep them at a minimum. So, you're the Southern Cross? It's an honor to fly with you. Memphis 1, do something about those fighters. We're almost at the Admis ring's outer wall. Stay focused. There's an opening up ahead. Move out. This is Victor Regiment. All troops forward. I can't get him off me!
bastards out!
We did it! Gaia's Tower is back in our hands!
Griffiths 1, sir. Did you hear that, sir? We did it. We freed Griswold. All right.
Griswold's been liberated. With the loss of their central command, Laysaf forces have begun to pull out of Aurelia. The streets of Griswold are overflowing with citizens celebrating the defeat of the Laysaf oppressors. Even soldiers have joined in the celebration. Sir, the people won't soon forget your brave actions that led us here. We've done it, sir.
With each passing day, news of new Aurelian victories came pouring in. The Southern Cross's action spurred the surviving Aurelian troops to battle. Commanding Officer Diego Navarro has retreated and is currently being pursued by Special Forces. No one would have guessed that a ragtag band of soldiers smaller than a single unit could have put up such fierce resistance. December 10th, several days after the liberation of Griswold, I made my way towards one of the many cities busy recovering from the ravages of the war. Despite my usual misgivings, I could feel myself getting excited at the prospect of meeting the Southern Cross. But when I reached the base, I saw his emblem already gleaming in the skies above. I had heard that today was their first break in a while, but something must have changed that. I merely watched as the jet's contrail stretched far off into the distant sky. Suddenly, I was overcome by a strong sense of dread. The misappropriated financial and material resources were on a scale much greater than the airborne fortress alone could account for. Would the weapon at Griswold prove to be the missing piece to the puzzle?
I have an updated situation report. The forces hunting Laysaf Commander Diego Navarro have been decimated at the Danern Straits. It appears that Laysaf has developed a new type of attack aircraft. I can't believe they had a working prototype from the aerial fortress. Sorry, back to the report. The new attack aircraft is named Fenrir, according to Laysaf reports. From the satellite intel gathered, it appears that the aircraft took off from Sentry Island. We received information from intelligence services that there appears to be a factory on the island. There are two routes to Sentry Island. First, Laysaf has a squadron of ace pilots, the Alex Squadron, situated near the Danern Straits. They are currently headed for Sentry Island. If a pilot of that caliber were to pilot the new craft, we would have a lot of trouble on our hands. Another route is Cobalt Cave, the location of enemy research facilities. It It is believed that they are preparing to move some sort of weapon. We don't know the details, but it is most likely a weapon to mount to Fenrir. The ace pilots and the unknown weapon are both major concerns, but we can only deal with one of these threats. You must stop whatever Lasath is planned. You are about to enter Lasath territory. We don't have much intel to go on, but you need to decide how to proceed. Intelligence has confirmed the outline of a squadron of Lasath fighters bound for Archelon Fortress. A sympathizer from within the enemy has informed us that the squadron is none other than Lasath's elite, Alex Squadron. If they were to capture Archelon Fortress's Fenrir, one can only imagine the devastation they would cause. The Danern Straits could provide us with a chance to intercept them before they reach the fortress. Your mission will be to take on this elite air unit. You must destroy them all.
Multiple fighters coming in head-on. You should see an enemy squadron shortly. This is Falcon 1. How was Pilots, check your plane and prepare for refueling. You're coming in too fast. Slow down. You're coming in too fast. Slow down. 500 yards to go. 100 yards to go. Griffith 1, maintain your current flight path. Perfect, sir. Commencing refueling.
We've succeeded in stopping the ALEC unit before they could reach Archelon Fortress. It was an extremely dangerous mission, but we had to stop them from getting behind the controls of Fenrir. This was a very important victory for us. Great work. The enemy transportation corps has moved from Cobalt Cave to Archelon Fortress. Our sources have confirmed our suspicions that the cargo was indeed an HPM. It'll most likely be used to defend Archelon Fortress. The new weapon under development at Cobalt Cave has been relocated to Archelon Fortress. We have learned that it's an HPM to be mounted to Fenrir. The weapon's targeting system relies on orbiting satellites, so we should be able to reduce the weapon's accuracy by disabling the satellite ground control center at Cobalt Cave. With the bulk of the enemy forces shifted to Archelon Fortress, the enemy poses little threat at Cobalt Cave. However, with the threat that Fenrir poses, we must take this opportunity to minimize its capabilities. Destroy all of the satellite antennas at Cobalt Cave.
On top of the island are satellite control antennas. You're going to have to destroy each and every one of them. He's here! Keep Nemesis away from the antennas! If the antennas are destroyed, the new weapon's performance will suffer.
all satellite control centers and antennas have been destroyed. This should weaken Fenrir's microwave weapon. Archelon Fortress is the final obstacle standing between us and total victory, sir. We've advanced within striking distance of Fenrir. The whole reason they started this war. It's our duty to wipe this base. The HPM has been transported to Archelon, and it appears it has already been fitted to the weapon works by emitting microwaves from detonating all fuel caught in. Fly too slow for too long, and you'll be tracked by the targeting system. If you don't escape quickly, your fuel tank. Thankfully, the targeting system has been impaired by the destruction of the satellite. Even with the targeting system impaired, the HPM still poses. We've also received intel that the Archelon Fortress is equipped with the same type of. Sir, we've succeeded in freeing Aurelia. The war should have. Someone has to put an end to this. Just make.
As I wrote down the words that would reveal the truth to the world, I couldn't help but feel uneasy. It said that the only true winners in any war are those who achieve what they intended. Diego Navarro had left Aurelia's capital in defeat, yet his goal of increasing arms exports had been achieved. It seemed as though he may be the true victor in this war. After returning to his homeland, it appears that he now plans to unveil the ultimate weapon before his countrymen. Satellite images of the Archelon Fortress will provide the backdrop for his speech to the world. Such audacity must come from his confidence in this ultimate weapon, Fenrir. There's no such thing as a foolproof plan, I whispered to myself as I watched the sun slowly wheel across the sky overhead. Even the country's hero, still in the heat of battle, hadn't returned home for the celebration of victory. The Southern Cross will ensure Navarro's plan ends in failure. Ain't that right?
To all aircraft, this is likely to be our final sortie. Our mission will be to wipe Fenrir and its production facility, Archelon Fortress, off the map.
That's right. The war ends here.
This is Aquila 1. Roger that.
I won't be able to rest until we take out Navarro.
What's that light? Watch out! Fenrir is equipped with a special weapon. Damn it! The light keeps following me. What the hell is this?
Aquila 1 suddenly burst into flames.
Crap! Scatter now! There it is! Fenrir! The destruction of Fenrir is the only thing that's going to end this war.
All right, bring it on.
That attack probably came from Fenrir's HPM. Your fuel tank's internal sensors will be displayed on the MPG. The MPG will display any increase in fuel temperature. Watch it closely. Fenrir is equipped with the same type of optical camouflage as the airborne fortress. However, with Aurelia's satellite surveillance system back online, we should be able to track its position. Although the tracking is far from perfect, please bear that in mind when attacking. Try to keep the temperature low.
and destroyed. He was able to fly his way through those shockwaves. Incredible. You've done it, Griffiths 1. I knew our ace could do it. That's the Southern Cross for you. It certainly is. He's Aurelia's hero after all.
Crux to Griffiths 1. That was a little too risky, sir. It made me nervous just watching you. It wouldn't feel like a victory if you weren't there to celebrate it with us, sir. When you think about it, you can't help but feel sorry for Laysath's soldiers. They were nothing but pawns in Navarro's sick game. Well, it's finally over, isn't it? Let's head home. To Aurelia.
Archelon and Diego Navarro's beloved weapon Fenrir were ripped by explosions and engulfed in flames. While these images flashed on the screen, the eyes of the press watched as the enraged citizens of Laysath stormed in on commanding officer Diego Navarro. When the rage of the thousands had finally subsided, it is said that there was nothing left but the shattered remains of Fenrir. It's ironic that the stage for the unveiling of his greatest triumph would be his ultimate undoing. When it was all over, I tried to get an interview with the Southern Cross, only to find that he had already returned to Cape Aubrey.
He said he's never really liked hot weather.
Eugene Solano, the young radio operator, answered sheepishly. Peace had returned to Griswold, and it was now covered in the colors of the Christmas season. I went ahead and bought myself a figure of Santa, the kind that I could only find here.
Albert, I thought you couldn't stand the Southern Hemisphere.
A fellow reporter said to me as he saw the Santa figure, a memento of this Southern Hemisphere of backward seasons. I like the design, I said as I embarrassingly showed it to him. It bore the emblem of the Southern Cross.